GSL.
What's up, guys? We're back here at the GSL Code A.
We are indeed tasteless for the third and final best of 5. Cure versus Rain.
It's going to be a fantastic best of 5. Artosis has the day off, so it is going to be Tasteless and the Moon.
The Moon.
Tasteless and the Moon.
I don't know if I'm that white tasteless. I thought.
What is a Moon Glade?
It's we know what a glade is. You know, like a space between a.
I actually don't.
A forest. Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like a patch of ground that's
We're
between
like finding
trees.
out I have a very low vocabulary right now. I'm like, no.
That's how I had to actually Google it the other week just to find out for sure. So, so it's fine. I've had it for years, but and a moon obviously is in the sky. Together, not sure.
Moon. Isn't that like something that the
Moon Glade.
Night Elf has?
Well,
Like cast a Moon Glade or something like that?
A what?
Isn't that like a spell in Warcraft 3?
No.
I'm really putting us on the
a
spot
map.
here.
No,
I
it's
don't
a
know.
map. I got it from a map in Warcraft 3.
Oh, it's a map. Okay.
Yeah, it's a map in Warcraft 3 before anything else, and they also made it like a place in World of Warcraft as well. But we don't talk about
And now
that.
it's a person.
Now it's a person. I decided to make it a person.
Yes.
It was actually originally a Smurf name I used in Warcraft 3, but I liked the capitals in it, so I kept it.
It's a good idea, actually.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. Not everybody has a good ID.
I always question it. I always like, is it a good idea? Is it kind of weird?
See, I've known you as Moonglade for so long, I don't know if I could see you as anything but Moonglade.
What if you called me Andrew?
Oh, no. Oh, I threw up in my mouth a little bit when you said that.
Yeah. Well, what other names do I have? Kashi Mashi.
Kashi Mashi.
You
have the nicknames I call you, like Mooney and Moon Moon.
Yeah. Mooney Moon Moon.
Mooney McGlazed Donuts.
Someone else out here calls me
Mooney McMalcolm Gladwell. And
someone we know calls me Moon Sparkles.
Moon Sparkles.
You can call me that if you want.
When you're angry, you're the dark side of the moon. Let's talk about this match we have here.
Sure,
it's going to be a best of 5 with Rain versus Cure. This is going to be the best match we have here today, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely the closest one by far. Both these players are fantastic, and it's always a treat to see Rain because, you know, he did leave his Kesper team, so we don't get to see him as much over here in individual leagues and team leagues and whatnot. So, yeah, it's kind of an exciting match we have.
And here is the man crush of the Tosis.
Indeed.
The one true ideal man for the Toast.
Wow. You know, Wolf calls him the Archangel Protoss.
I like that. That's actually a pretty good nickname, the Archangel Protoss.
Because he is so defensive and whatnot. Yeah. He's an Archangel. I definitely agree with it. He definitely he's more defensive than most and likes to play for the late game. It should make for an interesting one against someone like Cure. Cure, one of those Terrans out there. I definitely put him in. I don't know if I put him in the top 5. Yeah, maybe. I think so, actually, yeah. He'd have to be like one of the top 5 Terrans in Korea right now. He does very well.
Yeah, I mean, he probably pops in and out of there, but yeah, I think it's completely safe to say top 5 Terrans.
Not specifically in this matchup. He's really fantastic against Zergs. This matchup, he's got a bit of work to do, as we can see with his statistics. His 45% win rate, set 42.9%. Not the best. To defeat Hurricane twice to get into here. So that also doesn't say too much because it could have just been a stylistic win rather than just a pure skill-based, knowing the player.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, I think if Cure wins this, it's not going to be with short, fast games.
Yeah.
Bop and Rain. I think that this should be a long series. I think it should go to Game 5, at the bare minimum Game 4.
I definitely think so. It's going to go to the distance.
So let's see what happens. The winner here, moving on to Code S, as we're getting closer and closer to having that pantheon set up of those 32 best players in the world duking it out, where only one survives and becomes the world champion. Here is our map lineup. Overgrowth, King Sejong Station, Bonnie Research Station, got lots of stations here, Deadwing, and Merry-Go-Round.
Yeah, I think this is a better setup for Protoss than we did see in the last match with Billowy versus Maru. Starting off with a map like Overgrowth, it's going to definitely be a lot nicer for Rain to kick things off like that. Then he's going to have to go into like the tricky sort of drop maps, Sejong, Barney, obviously gets a little ugly there. Then he gets back, goes to the Dead Wing, which is much easier to defend on. You know, we saw that. That game was a pretty drawn-out game, but I think Rain will be a lot more on top of this game.
Yeah.
Then merry-go-round, which is also horrible for Protoss, but we'll get to that if it gets there.
And we'll see how Rain actually plays in that. Rain, the least risky of the Protoss players that we cast, really. Protoss fundamentally and historically, dating to the earliest days of StarCraft, was always the race where you had to play risky. It was, the general consensus was you could not just play a standard Protoss game every single time and come out on top. You had to incorporate cheese. You had to, especially in a best of 5. I'm not saying in a ladder game, for instance, but I mean, in a series, you had to mix it up. You had to be unpredictable. Rain, though, is bending those rules most of the time. He is very defensive. He plays Protoss like a very solid Zerg would.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to put it. You know, he's very defensive, reactive, and he just stays on top of it more than anything else. And you have to against Terran these days because Terran is pretty much basing all their meta and strategy on being aggressive and trying to disrupt the economy of the Protoss.
And now our final best of 5 will load up. Rain against Cure here in GSL Code A. In the upper right in the red, he is
My Insanity Rain.
Not on a Korean team. Makes practice a little bit harder.
Certainly does.
It's also another kind of interesting sort of thing to look at.
Certainly is. In the bottom left in the blue,
Jin Air Green Wings Cure.
Jin Air doing absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, they've got a very solid lineup.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised to see the results in Pro League that we've seen so far.
Yeah, they're really on top of their game. They're definitely very high morale.
You guys are back.
Good to
see. I need to see a nod here. Were you guys in Hongdae a few days ago? I actually think I saw them when I was walking. I'm not even joking. I think I saw them like 2 days ago. That's the area I live in. Tasos is everywhere. I'm like Batman. I'm like jumping over the roofs, tops of Korea.
Yeah, man. Just one single bound, Gangnam to Hongdae.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's my bat cape for you. Go to the tallest building in Hongdae and I kind of just glide like the game. Then use my bat hook to go to the next tall building.
So maybe I'm going to see a CC first from Cure. All right.
Cool.
All right. So this is bringing me all back. I know exactly who Cure is now. If I didn't before, I do now. And this is something he always does. And I'm sure we're going to see it a lot in this best of 5 is CC first. I remember him doing a CC first on Deadwing the first time I really took notice of his style.
I think this is a great way to open up.
Yeah, it is.
Against Rain. I think that this is...
Especially against Rain.
Especially against Rain. This is a build. Cure's done it before, but I think it was a very conscious decision to do this specifically against Rain here amongst all other builds. Because Rain, what's he going to do? The same save opener. Rain probably more concerned about proxy barracks than a quick command center.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, if he has done his research, he might, you know, get the impression, Cure, he is the kind of guy that loves to go for these CC firsts. So it's something to look out for. Maybe Rain might be aggressive in one of these games and try and take advantage of it.
I'd say Cure definitely. Oh, I love it. Ooh.
You naughty boy.
You bad, bad Terran. Blocking the Nexus so it can't be made. This is cool.
Yeah.
Right at the edge there. Going to make even a little bit more since, you know, even having the SCV on there for a half second costs several more Zealot hits here.
It does, just for a few seconds. Like, look at that HP bar go up.
Look at this guy.
Oh, man.
Whoop. Oh, stop right on there.
Up. Gonna delay it for some time while this CC first comes out. 2 racks so far. Usually we see Cure go for 3 racks, if I wanted to get super technical about it, just so he can shut down any sort of blink aggression. Though I don't think he really has to worry about that with Rain.
So this is a much delayed Nexus. That's less probes. That's later chrono boosts. Rain's build already a little bit off rhythm here. It makes sense why he does go for the second barracks right away, though, if he's going to do something like this. Because if you were to go for gas and try to make the eBay, Protoss has a high chance of just not even expanding and going and killing you.
Yeah,
so,
that's just a little too greedy, right? That's,
yeah.
like, that's just way too greedy. And maybe he could get away with it in one of these games. Like, maybe he can show his hand this game, like, yeah, I'm going to go 3 racks behind this, and, you know, I'm going to be too defensive so you can't actually counterattack me properly. Sure. Maybe next game he does a similar sort of style, goes for that 1 racks and adds a couple of gases and goes for, like, anything. Banshees, Buddha Mines, whatever.
Now we have the robotics facility being made here. And Yeah, it's going to get to a bit of a more normal state here. We do see an SCV parked over there in the upper left. That is not most likely going to be to proxy anything. He's probably just using that so he can scout later. What Cure wants to do, the reason why he has an SCV out there right now, is he wants to just keep landing mules. He wants to be landing mules nonstop. Interesting that Rain only just now scouting, by the way. Can't actually have 100% confirmation that that command center's there.
Yeah,
probably would assume so, but just hasn't.
You want to double check that just in case anything crazy might be coming his way. And it's so in Rain fashion to go for that robo before anything else. You know, he's simply just going to go into observers, you know, surround his base so he can comfortably deflect any sort of drops coming his way. Then probably go into that Forge, Colossi, etc. Defend, third base. I already know the whole game, Tasteless.
You've already mapped it all out.
I've got it all figured out.
This is nothing but Matrix code when Moonglade watches it.
Oh, man.
And it looks like he's not going to see that SCV. How funny.
Ooh.
Oh, he will, but he might. Kieran's like, oh my god, I got to get out of here.
So, well, I guess I'm scouting
the
now.
Bullet there. I guess I'm going to go in here and see what he's got.
If he gets between like these two stalkers somehow, it's like, what? Ooh.
Okay, so he'll see both the gases have been taken here, which is important. He's now going to, okay, that's been taken out. So he sees that Protoss is going to be teching up, going to have very strong robo tech here with the 2 gases taken. Not going to be anything weird like, you know, a bunch of gateways, some funky timing coming at him.
No blink stalkers on the way or anything like that.
No, nothing like that.
Yeah, with 4 gases like that, very greedy economy. He's like, oh, it's Rain after all.
It is Rain, isn't it?
I got plenty of time.
So the game from here is going to be a little bit slow. Observer's going to scout, but they should be fairly passive for the time being here. It would be wise for Cure to not move too far out on the map. Sometimes we see them players push out and try to you know, milk out the Nexus cannon, but I don't know if we're going to have that here. So Moonglade, this is our first time casting together.
It is our first time.
It's been delightful.
You've had fun, Tasteless?
It has been charming.
Oh, well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it, mate.
You're an Aussie. You don't have the strongest Aussie accent.
I don't.
But I want to know, me as an American,
okay,
with my kind of non-regional diction, non-regional dialect, can you do an American accent?
Some people say that I sound pretty American, Tasteless, but I don't.
Who is that? Is that other Australians who say that?
Yeah, those who say that.
There's you don't have a thick Australian accent, but can you do an American accent?
Can you do an Australian accent?
Yeah, dude. All right, hold on. Okay, his Ammy's moving out over there. There's drop bears in the trees over there.
All right, that's pretty good. Oh, we got a stimmed Marine here. It's going to be getting one of these probes.
Whoa, you just suddenly turned into Artosis for a quick second. I just... yeah. I just love these mech builds, and I see these mech builds. Damn it!
When you get ahead, Tasteless, you
gotta get
further
more ahead. Get more ahead, guys.
Keep expanding. I love cards.
I love cards. I love card games.
I don't know. I maybe do a little bit better of a southern accent if I really tried hard, Tasteless, but I don't know.
Southern accent. It's tough to switch between accents, actually.
It is. It's kind of tricky.
I love cards. All right, so we have this drop here. Hearthstone, more like Deadstone, right, guys?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Nerds
about.
that chatter like, yeah. Like foaming at the mouth, like, yeah. So, right now, Cure has a pretty light contain. Actually, I wouldn't even say I like it. It is actually pretty strong contain here. Rain is pinned here. This is pretty standard for what a TVP looks like. The way the 2 players teched, it doesn't mean Protoss is at a disadvantage, but it means Protoss has to focus on defense while Cure pretty much gets to own the map. The one thing Terran does want to watch out for in this situation is that there's no like hidden pylons somewhere.
Oh, that's a canceled third base, and he's going to be careful. That's 2 Colossus, a Zealot, and a Sentry. That would die tomorrow in a second.
That looks like some kind of squad you'd see in single player. Like
that's what the easy AI does. It sends at you for the first, or like the 10th wave or something. And I mean, you know what, Cure, he is Maru's teammate. Let's not forget this, Tasteless.
That is true. Probably the best Terran teammate you could really ask for. And this playstyle is looking very similar to the way we would see, well, we already did see today with Maru. And this may be indicative of the way the rest of the Jin Air Terrans would play.
He's like slightly less aggressive, but as I say that, look at this Doom drop. Oh, the Blink Stalker is forward. He's just going to commit to it anyway. And he's going to get all these
the problem is he's actually going to kill, he's going to kill all the stalkers here. Well, almost all. Nice blink out there. And is he going to just try to get the Nexus? No, he's going to stim back up. Now, I don't see an observer here, so that means the Widow Mines are a serious problem.
Well, one Colossus down at the very least. He's going to trade out with some Stalkers as well.
Okay, well, that's definitely not Maro playing right now.
No, he would have kept everything alive. There would be like one dead Marine, I think, at least. And now, one Colossus. Going to be defending against his bio. Cannot really do much. Oh, the third base could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, he actually might just, well, no, he won't get a kill for sure here with that cannon there. He's like, wait a minute, that's not dead. So we see Cure playing a lot like Maro, but not with quite the same execution. Not bad by any means, but just you could see Maro a little bit more muscle there when he was doing the same drops. So yeah. Rain does get this base up. I believe that is that Widowmine still there?
I think
so.
Be.
I think it's actually looks like there's a smallest blip there that's getting run over by probes, but that's something to watch out for.
That's going to be a big issue if he doesn't pay attention to that. And I don't even know if he is. And Cure does have a pretty decent lead currently. He is. Oh, it killed 7 probes.
Wow, that's not good.
Oh, and that cannon just finished and just dealt with it.
Oh my God, he's forced to back up again here. You also have to keep in mind, Rain. All players when they're playing at a GSL, they are welcome to watch the games. They can spectate just like people in the studio or people at home. So Rain probably took some notes here on how Maru is playing, where Maru is Cure's teammate, because Rain is being much more cautious, and Cure not quite doing the damage I think he would be hoping to do. Still though, Cure with map control, Rain just staying back here, now going into the Templar tech. He's going to pretty much finish the full cycle of his tech tree here. Yeah,
that's one important thing to note that we didn't see from Billowy especially. He got that archive so much later and he just couldn't get anything done. He really needed the Templar when he was going to war, but always missing out at the last moment. Going to get it nice in time. It's only 15 minutes in. It's a lot earlier than Billowy did. Billowy was getting it at like 23 minutes. It's ridiculous. But he has stabilized, and he has maintained a supply. They're fairly close in economy and supply. Cure not really finding a way in anymore either.
Yeah, it's been pretty stellar defense from Rain minus that one cancel. Rain may just now begin to poke out here. Oh no. So already being bruised there. He wants to drive away Terran from the watchtowers here, making it a little bit tougher. A scan there, and he's seeing that was only a fraction of what Rain fully has. If you see the whole army there, sometimes you pick up and insta-drop into the main.
Yeah.
But in this case, Cure, erring on the side of caution, scouts that first and then decides to just go the conservative route.
Sign of aggression. We do see that pylon on the map. It looks like Rain will be gearing up for that attack finally. And, okay, I was about to ask, I wonder how many Vikings he has, but he's already got 5 to 6 Ghosts and 8 Vikings, sorry. So he's getting the amount he needs. It's about 5 Colossus though, so it probably wants about 8 more to really comfortably deal with it. Got to be careful. It's going to be very position-based. Looks like that Widowmine got another hit.
So the whoa, what?
Yeah, that's Widowmine.
What was that? Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a Widowmine?
Yeah.
I actually didn't see it. I was like, wow.
It was like
serious misclick, splash damage in the middle of his army.
If only Colossus did damage to your own, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
So we have the command center coming down here now in the bottom right. It is going to trigger Rain to possibly move out, but that was a nice EMP.
That was a money EMP, Tasteless. That did a lot. 2 Templar became completely useless.
Now note, Rain is expanding towards his opponent while Cure is expanding away. Cure wants to play the positional game, while Rain is hoping to do an eventual push here.
He's trying. He got a good storm off on those Vikings, so maybe Cure is thinking twice about committing. Only getting rid of 1 Colossus as well. And maxed out for essentially both players. We could get a look at the HP on those Vikings just for a second.
Scan coming over here. Cure is actually pretty hungry to engage now. He's maxed out. I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. It's going to come down to EMPs versus feedbacks and Psystorms.
Well, here we go. Colossus getting a little too close there. 1 goes down in an instant. Decent storm, but not enough to really make it worth it.
And another warp in here. EMP Actually, you know, these EMPs are getting pretty scary, and most of those Templars do not have energy. In fact, there's just
one left.
Oh, I was going to say one's from available, but there's 3 more that were warped in that should be storm ready momentarily here. Cure hungry to get rid of this base. I do wonder if it's better for him to start splitting up his army and hitting in different locations.
Yeah, or maybe just simply getting a massive concave, maybe even from the bottom there as well, and just really get a nice volley from those Vikings. He's got to find the right position for that. Might be the left side, actually, over that sort of ridge. But he's going to start things off with a nice EMP, forcing an Archon.
And Rain just staying on the back here, continue to get those upgrades, now getting shields and +3 attack. That's not stopping Cure, though. He is in the process of mass expanding, making 2 more command centers. He might be pulling some SCVs soon and depending more on mules here.
Yeah, that definitely
we're getting into that supreme late game.
Yeah, not a bad idea, but looks like Rain, he's tempted to push the issue, but man, he's going to take some heavy MPs if he wants to go in there.
Yeah, I think Rain should stay back, actually.
Yeah, he keeps trying to pick, but that's kind of dangerous. Look at that. Look at that. No shields in that army.
Cure, man, he's mad dogging him.
Mad dogging him.
He's mad dogging him right outside his expansion.
What does mad dogging mean, Tasteless?
It's like when you stare a dude down, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tasteless is from the streets, man.
Yeah, that's street talk,
That's street talk, man. No, oh, nice snipe there. And, well, hold up. Okay, Storm there. Storm on the... Okay, you know what? He might be able to go in now. He actually might be able to do this.
That could be the opportunity.
There's one more snipe on that Templar. Is he going to get it? Nope. Lady MP, Storm on that, so it's still a bit of a trade. Again, this can end very quickly. Yeah. This is...
Cure being just so careful with this, you know? He's like waiting for 3-3.
Oh my god, he's going to get the Mothership Core, but actually Raid's going to full-on engage. The Colossi are going to go down very quickly. No kiting. Well, now there's kiting there from Cure. Was it a little bit too late, though? An exchange that ended up with Cure in the minus, but it's quickly evening out as the macro phase is kicked back in here. 2 players maxed out, now both replenishing their armies. Rain not doing it so quickly, though. Still at 2K minerals, 2K gas, actually.
Yeah, he could be warping a lot more.
I'm actually surprised he hasn't just done that warping now.
Well, I guess maybe he just doesn't think he can kill, so he's just going to keep investing into Colossus and Templar, and just waiting it out, just make that death ball again. He did completely reset the Viking count, so he can get away with Colossus again. He did wipe them all out, so both players are going to be scrambling to get that sort of composition back. But 3-3 is now finished for Cure, which might be exactly what he's been waiting for this whole time, and exactly why he didn't go for the attack at all and just waited for Rain.
They're going to come around here now. Now, is this a mistake? That's a big question. Nope, Cure is not going to capitalize, and I thought Cure might run around. He's got to be careful. I was about to say Stalkers will blink right under that. And look at this, Rain. Patience is the name of this man's game. He has been very calm, very composed, despite Cure just staying right at the edge of his base. Look at the number of ghosts here. This is crazy.
Yeah, that is a lot of ghosts. It's a dangerous army from Rain, though. There's so much AoE in this. I'm just wondering, are we going to see SCVs pulled this time? I think Cure might have to. He does have a lot of orbitals at this point.
Ugh, Storm there, bruising a lot of those ghosts. He's got to be careful, man. You get 1 or 2 good storms off in a clump of ghosts that much. I mean, I don't even know how much gas that would be lost in a moment like that.
Yeah,
Cure now pushing forward. Also, notice Rain very focused right now on trying to have a lot of Colossus here, pumping out 2 at a time. Shield upgrade almost done here. We have planetaries being made around the map.
Oh, we did see 2 more Ghost Academies on the way as well, so we're going to be seeing nukes, Tasteless.
Sick.
We haven't seen them in a long time.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea against someone like Rain, by the way.
Straight back to 2012, my friend.
Ooh.
Blast from the past.
Blast literally from the past.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes. Nukes are coming in. Sweet. I love this.
Good against a defensive player like this. Always going to put him out of position, force his hand more than he wants.
I don't think I've ever seen Rain play versus nukes.
No. I don't think I've seen anyone play against nukes.
To be honest, I kind of forgot nukes are even in the game. It's been so long since we've had a game with the nukes in it. So
it's kind of refreshing.
It really is. And a great way to start this best of 5 here.
Good things to come.
Ooh, nice EMPs. Rain's going to have to wait a while before he moves out. You know, it's funny, this map looks more open when you see it from you know, the mini-map, but in fact, it really is several narrow valleys. Oh my god!
Taking some fair amount of damage from these storms. Rain going to be pushing the issue now.
Oh, I can't believe he pushed forward there.
That's a death concave if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Ugh. You really can't afford to be losing these Archons here. It's not like if he's losing Marauders, and it's going to be a full-on engage before nukes can be incorporated. So many Colossi dealing so much damage. More Zealots coming in here. Will the Vikings clean up the ground before the Colossi have done the necessary damage? It looks like the story is a resounding no. 3 observers go down. Insult to injury as Cure is going to try to push forward here and stamp out that expansion, closest to him.
I think we saw like 10 observers go down during that. And I love the fact that he did scan it because he wanted those ghosts to survive against the Zealots. So he was trying to wipe them out as quickly as he could with those Vikings that remained. A very smart play. You know what? We haven't seen DTs this game, Tasis, and look how many CCs are on the map, and look how many of them do not have turrets.
Yeah, he
just realized that.
He should be going for DTs, I think. That's almost a necessity to tech to that. Now, let's talk for a second about why Cure didn't engage there. I thought he was. It's hard for Cure to know how much money Rain has in the bank. Rain's actually a 137 supply with very little money, but there are some situations where Protoss might have 5K, 6K. So, unbeknownst to Cure, he could already win this. Nukes, look out! Almost hit you guys. That was close.
And as you were saying, Tasis, that's exactly true. He could be making 30 Zealots at a time for all he knows. Oh, everything. He's going to do another one. Oh, that burnt my hair, man.
Yeah.
Oh, going to lose it this time.
And so that nuke will just stay somewhere in space, probably hit a planet full of Ewoks or something like that.
Yeah.
I always wonder what happens to the nukes when they get shot off and then don't actually hit their targets. Like,
it's kind of ruthless when you think about it.
It is.
Kind of dangerous, too.
Ah! Great observing by Legend. This is like movie shots here of this. Rut-row.
Oh, imagine he got all the Templar. Oh, that'd be just ridiculous.
Man. More stimming coming forward right now. More nukes. Nukes in the middle of the battle.
I wonder if he's trying to hide this one behind the pylon because, man, that would be so smart. I wonder if he can actually
I don't think that... Oh, my God.
Oh.
Run!
Oh, he knows.
That was close.
That was close.
Not stopping, though.
Look at that.
More nukes.
He's looking for maybe the feedback. Maybe he doesn't know.
See that thing rolling to the trees? I don't know what Protoss can really do in a moment like this.
I think you just got to push the issue. If he's going to be forcing out these nukes on your expansion that you need so desperately, you probably have to make a move, right?
This is pretty brutal. And I think he's going to lose this expansion. I don't think Protoss can actually keep this expansion we see here, or the one on the minimap if you were to pan the screen to the left. I don't think he can keep either of those. Look at this.
Go again.
This Nexus will eventually die to nukes, guys, over time.
It'll take a long time, but yeah. Another nuke on the left.
Oh, my God.
What? That one's not going to hit
That's not even really hitting anything.
No, that's a weird one.
He's trying to make the ground there radioactive.
Trying to, you know, make the mining obsolete there, I guess. Poison the minerals.
Oh, my God.
Oh. And you
It's
know what?
not stopping either. Expect more nukes pretty soon here.
Rain's, you know, he's kind of getting choked out at this point. He doesn't have that much of an income anymore. And now another big engagement, storming his own Zealots.
Oh my God, he ran his Archon Zealots all the way through those storms here. And Rain is going for blood right now. We have the Archons doing some great splash damage, but not targeting those Vikings. Doesn't matter though, Rain pushing forward saying, nuke me? I don't think so. Yeah, that's exactly what he was like. And so the attack is going to continue to go forward here. He's going to try to attack this expansion over here. And now it's going to be Cure on the defense. Now, as cool as it is to see those nukes, let's remind ourselves they do cost money, and they didn't do anywhere near as much damage.
They do cost a pretty penny, and there's no way saving this planetary. No way, no how. Even committing to a defense would be kind of folly at this point. And yeah, I think Rain might have just checkmated him because that was a massive engagement, and Cure doesn't really have that much of an economy anymore. He's kind of like eventually dried up. Big storm.
Nice storm. I guess Rain just wins this.
Whoa.
I feel like we're going to look at a Cure's booth. Cure's going to suddenly touch his nose and be like, what is this? It's a red clown nose. And he's going to go, oh my God, I was made to be a clown that game.
Somehow. Rain just held on as the the defensive Protoss he is.
It's not Rain's first rodeo, man.
No, not at all.
Really nicely hit. I can only imagine the pure salt that is being felt right now by Kier. He's like, are you kidding me? I had planetary walls on the map. I was nuking him.
Nothing was enough.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, coach time. Coach coming in there.
Coach is like, man, why'd you go nukes, bro? You should just won the game.
Pretty wild stuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean, a nice game, but, I mean, you have to make those nukes work. Is it really worth it to have that position up against Rain with the best defense as Protoss, really that there is, possibly the best defense in the world, frankly. Rain's not somebody who's dying to weird stuff.
No.
Early game, mid game, late game, doesn't matter. And you can see Cure, we rarely see the tech at that high, and a lot of this is more theory than normal application of how to look at the game. It's like, okay, if you can't really engage each other, what do? Well, I guess nukes would force a break in the standoff. Sure, they did, but guess who broke who there?
Yeah, well, you got to still be careful of your engagements, right? Like, he took a really bad one, which was the biggest problem of all. He got his whole army wiped out, his very expensive gas-heavy army of Ghosts and Vikings.
So
and I kind of feel like maybe the nukes were just not forward enough. They weren't pushing Rain out of position enough for him to take a base at all. Kind of reset the probe count on a couple of bases, but besides that, Rain can kind of just step back and let it happen, and then just maintain his army. And it was Cure spending a lot of money doing that.
I know that there's some newbie nerds. There's some nubbits. Nubbits, I believe we call them. Nublets, as we call them. Nooblings. That are watching this going, why do we see nukes all the time? And let me answer that for you. It's normally not that cost effective to go for nukes. And when you're at the highest level in the world, it's as big as the map is, it's not hard to spot that red dot.
Yeah.
It's not hard to spot it. And if it doesn't do any damage, if you think of the nuke costing supply and gas and minerals, it's like throwing a unit into a fight and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's 100-100. So think of that every time you see one drop. And you see about 10 dropped in the game, you've spent 1,000 minerals, 1,000 gas in it. It's done no damage.
It'd be like losing a bunch of ghosts and a few Marines or something.
And he could have really used that kind of money when it came to those bad fights.
This is the GSL Code A, the fight to get that coveted GSL Code S round of 32 position. In the bottom right, nuke proof, he is.
My Insanity Rain.
I like nuke proof.
After that game was done, I'm not surprised we saw Rain in a hazmat suit. He was so prepared for everything.
He doesn't even need that.
Doesn't even need that. In the upper left, in the blue, he is.
Gene Green Wings Cure.
Cure. What would you change up this game now that you know just how defensive Rain is?
You know what? I have no clue, man. I actually have no clue at all.
Yeah. Well, he was in really good positions throughout that game as well. Like he canceled the third base. He got some great engagements and killed essentially all of Rain's army a couple of times. But he couldn't find the killing blow, and he didn't really want to push the issue too far. Maybe more aggression, maybe just a little bit more aggressive like Maru would do. I think that'd be the best way to go about this.
It's funny because, what would Maru do? Someone should make a bracelet of that. It's interesting because you look at how. Oh, my life for Rain. Rain support out there.
Wow.
You look at a game like that, you can see Cure was trying to play like Maru did, but he did not have the finesse that Maru did. And it's also a different beast, right? Rain just doesn't seem to get broken. How often has Rain cheesed? Like 5% of his games?
Probably.
It's something so absurdly low that I cannot even think of a game that I've casted of him. And I cast a lot of Rain games, guys.
Yeah, it's definitely true. But just even despite that, we're seeing Cure mix things up already, going for a Reaper opening, no fast expansion here, despite playing against this kind of player that probably will let you go for CC first every single game, because he wants to go to the mid to late game. He wants to just defend, be comfortable, go to 3 base, make a death ball, and have fun like that. Just have fun, Tasteless.
Just have fun?
That's all he wants to do.
It's not fun if you're against Rain, Moon.
No. Well, it's fun if you are Rain.
Yeah, it is. It's probably pretty cool if you're Rain.
Yeah.
I want to be Rain when I grow up.
You're already grown up, Tasteless.
No, I'm not. Been in my house. I live like a giant child. I cast video game tournaments for a living. I don't know if that counts as being grown up, man. So, we have the Reaper coming out now. Are you my age, Moonglade? How old are you?
I'm 28.
You're 28. I'm 30. Okay.
I'm Did you turn 30? You didn't turn 30 this year, did you?
I did.
Oh, this
no, last year.
So you're
August 11th, man.
All right, you're 2 years older than me.
2 years. A lot of experience. I'm really wise.
You're young compared to.
That's true.
Teach me your ways.
I'll show you the ways, man. We have the Mothership Core coming up here. And this SCV is in trouble.
No! Dead.
Uh-oh. He's not stopping.
Oh, man. This is on a rampage.
Take cover. Go in the bunker.
And you said Rain doesn't cheese.
Yeah, this is the Mothership Core cheese, man.
This is the Mothership cheese. Gonna be going for that mule.
Would it be more worth it to just time warp the mineral patch here than ever
No.
go back? Do you always just want to recall here?
I think he can just get away, right?
Well, no, I mean, he can fly away, but I mean, would it be worth it to time warp the workers?
I don't think so.
Energy? You don't
I don't think it lasts long enough these days. Like maybe the old time warp?
Yeah, I guess that's true. They didn't
it.
change it.
Yeah.
I think we used to actually see the time warp sometimes there.
Yeah, I think we did. I definitely remember that. Ooh, Twilight Cancel. Well, not necessarily aggression, mind you. We do see a lot of Protosses go for that on this map because you can like shut down any sort of aggression with Blinkstalkers and apply a lot of pressure. Someone that comes to mind who does this all the time is CJ Hero. He loves to go Blinkstalker, apply pressure, but not kill. Just keep the Terran in their base. Definitely do not think Rain would be that kind of person, but maybe he wants to mix things up because he knows Cure knows how safe he is.
Well, again, a passive game so far here. Rain does have the option to do something pretty crazy here.
No.
Blink is coming up, but this could be a defensive Blink.
Yeah, well, he adds a Robo, so I guess we're just going to see him kind of have a defensive Blink.
I'm trying to think of the worst strategy you could do with this. You could like get a Warp Prism and drop Blink Stalkers into the, into the worst possible strategy of all things you could do.
Well, I think the worst possible strategy would be dropping 8 probes into your enemy's base, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, those are probes. They can make pylons and cannons, right?
They can. That's true, actually.
You drop them in there, you mine your opponent's minerals, pick up, go back.
Oh.
You win in the end game when the maps find out.
In the end game.
In the end game.
Do that for every base.
Yeah. There's like so much wrong with what I just said there. So we have a lot of gates coming up here, and this might be an Observer Blink timing here. You could go Blink for defense, and then you can do some pretty weird stuff on this map with Blink. Stalkers,
they have a lot of angles.
Yeah, they got a lot of angles they can move at, retreat from, run back and engage into. So let's see. I don't know if it's advisable here for Cure to try to drop against Blink first. This is normally when you see the medevac, and it might as well be gift wrapped too.
Yeah, well, he just hasn't seen it either, right? He just doesn't know for sure.
Nope, he does.
Now, these 4 Hellions can do a lot.
Oh, man, nice block off there.
What? This is just not going to happen.
This is just not going to do anything.
Well, maybe a little.
Okay, so we have 9 workers killed there.
That's pretty good.
I don't know.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Well, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. No.
40 to 33 workers.
What is this? What is the story here?
What? The 2 survivors.
That's Moonglade and Tasteless right there.
Yeah, man.
Let's kill these probes, Moonglade.
Oh, Mothership Core.
All right, there goes the Moonglade. And Marine dying first, and then Tasteless.
Oh, you got hit by the Zealot.
I did.
Even worse.
I don't know. I think dying to a probe would be pretty painful, man.
Well,
I think you're dying to the stuff they use to make minerals.
No, you're getting zapped, so you're electrocuted, so you're probably just going numb, right? Like, oh, I'm numb.
I don't know if it's a great way to die. Look, the way I want to die in real life is I either burn to death or get eaten by sharks. So some people want to die in their sleep, but I'm too extreme, man.
You just want to feel it all.
I want to live it out, man. That's what I want.
Damn, dude, that's heavy.
Yeah. Here's where it's Rain's turn to now do some aggression. By the way, he does see the Widow Mine, but that's actually a really well-placed Widow Mine.
Yeah.
It's far away enough that you can't snipe at it. If you blink up there's a group, it will hit all your stalkers. This is really just not an option. Oh my god, yes it is.
Well, I guess it is. And I guess there's no stim. If there is, he's not using it.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Remember, like, a second ago, I'm like, well, this isn't an option. Then Rain, like,
He's going to get stim.
Oh, my God. And he's going to get the reactor, too.
Do we just see game?
I guess so. Maybe if this tasteless Hellion and Moonglade Hellion tastes with the full HP and Moonglade with the orange goes
you're
down.
the weak one, man.
No, I'm for sure.
You're going to die to a Zealot now.
That seems pretty consistent with my life in StarCraft 2. Well, this sucks. It's not a good day to be Cure. You know, it's so funny because Cure is so good, but Rain is making this look like child's play.
He's making this look way too
easy. GG.
Wow.
Okay, Rain, we get it.
We get it, you're good, Rain.
We're really sorry that we said this was going to be the best match of the day. Rain is, like, so good.
I guess you're just going to ruin everything, Rain.
This is... Wow, okay. Rain is a cold-blooded killer.
Blink Stalker style. Not even Tasteless and Mooney could save Cure that game.
We couldn't do anything, man.
Nope.
Not Tech Lab, Tasteless, and Reactor or Moonglade could survive that stuff in Cure's base.
We got it out Jeeps and tried our best.
We tried, man. I'm defecting to Maro's side right now as a Terran. All right. This is, by the way, this is emergency mode. Look at this.
Yeah.
One of the coaches in here, and Maro. And you can visibly see the frustration here with Cure. I mean, this is... They might use their extra time here.
They're going to close the door and be like, hey, okay, real talk now.
Real talk, bro.
You got to stop playing like me, bro. Nothing else. So really? But I like my CC burst. No, never again. Just click on his army.
I think they actually are talking about the engaging there.
Possibly.
Because I can read lips in Korean. I'm that good.
Yeah. You're bilingual, Tasteless.
I'm bilingual. I'm trilingual, actually.
Really? What's your third language?
The language of esports, man. I speak the language of esports.
I didn't even know that was a language. That's how good you are.
That's how good I am. Rain, you notice the coach not even going in there.
Does he even have a coach? Here's the next question. Because mine's
Oh, yeah, that's actually good. Well, he doesn't even need a coach. He is the coach. He's the coach, the player. He's everything.
He's the sensei and the student.
Rain's like, when am I going to get rid of this scrub and go on to Code S? I'm tired of playing in Little League is what Rain's saying right now. And I'm like, gosh, Rain, I don't know. I mean, you know, this is pretty big league stuff. This is Code A.
Yeah.
The only letter in the alphabet I know is S and the letters that spell my ID.
Nice. Here we go again, Tasteless. Vani Research Station.
Well, the only research we might be doing on this station is how many different ways can Rain kill Cure. And it's so funny because Cure is so good. He really is. But Rain is making this look like a serious imbalance.
That's it, isn't it? Cure is so good. Granted, he's never really like being outstanding at this matchup, but he should be, you know, pretty well versed in it when you have a teammate like Maru. Like, it should be that easy. Like, you should be able to look at him and be like, okay, this is what you do. This is, at least until I have my own sort of style, like, I can do what you do and drop all the time and just kill everything with fire somehow. Use magic. This
could be the final game where Rain crushes Cure, or it could be the beginning of Cure's comeback. We're going to find out soon. Down here with a 2-0 lead, he is
My Insanity Rain.
I like those little name things.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Rain. Sociopath Protoss. The top in the center.
Gene Air Green Wings Cure.
Can you stop the plague that is Rain? You like that, Moonglade?
I like that one, Tasteless.
I wonder how many people like hear me say that, they just roll their eyeballs like, shut up, Tasteless.
That's why I had to do a quiet laugh.
No, I mean, look, this is a tough match here. Cure, mind you, got this game so evened out, he was nuking Rain, and Rain just made that look like the most foolish error possible.
Yeah, he just didn't find a way in, and I guess his go-to was going to be the nukes, but it just didn't really have any effect. Maybe it's something that he just doesn't really use that often, but he's like, well, Rain is just being so defensive. Maybe I should try it this time. But now that he's had some counsel from Maru, maybe he's going to try something a little bit different here. Maybe he will be that kind of Maru-esque style of more drops, more aggression, try and shut down Rain before he even gets going. I would love to see Maru against Rain, actually, because it is two of like the stronger sides, the stronger sort of aspects of play combined. Like
might be the two strongest. Yeah.
Yeah. Super defensive versus the most aggressive. Like who is going to come out on top when it comes to that?
Cybernetics core coming down now. I don't know, man. This is really tough. The way these games are looking, I just can't imagine a scenario as good as Cure is. I just don't see a game where Cure comes back 3-0. I mean, that's just, even with Maru here giving him advice, everything, I just don't see it, man.
Yeah. I mean, advice is only going to do so much at this point. You need just so much preparation going into StarCraft matches like this. And I don't think you're going to find like a single sentence that's going to like change the way the outcome of the game is going to be.
Once again, Rain, very passive openers here. Cure doing the same thing. Both these guys basically playing Vani Research Station the way you would expect somebody with good StarCraft knowledge to play Vani Research Station. The Reaper will come in, and this is so well timed out here by Rain. The moment the Reaper gets there, the Mothership corresponds.
Completely deflected. I guess he gets a scout off at the very least. He's like, okay, Mothership Core, no doubt going to be Nexus. He's going to get his own expansion, add those 3 racks. 2 more racks. Yeah.
Rain eliminated it earlier than expected in the GSL Code S last season. Looks like he's about to yo-yo his way back into Code S pretty easily here.
Just one more game will do it. I wonder how the seeding works too. Like, are we going to see Rain like run into Maru or something from today? Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something else,
That'd
man.
just be the treat that we all wanted.
That's the match we all need, my friend.
So we need to figure it out. Who's actually the...
Look, just give me the brackets. I'll just rig it all together, okay?
Just do it, Tasteless.
Tasteless's fantasy esports tournament. The one where Tasteless actually casts and wins in the finals. I'm like, there.
Well, like the
all right,
last
guys,
match,
looks like it's time for my match. Like,
well, like it's like the grand finals.
You
And then
see
it's
Innovation there with his mouth duct taped shut and his hands duct taped together. I'm like,
well,
I'm there casting like, well, guys, looks like I'm going to do this crazy rush that shouldn't work, but I psyched him out. And Innovation's in the booth like, like screaming.
He like has to beat everyone to get to you.
Yeah.
Then you guys have like an arm wrestle match. It's like not even part of the game, but you win.
I don't know if I'd win in the current physical shape I'm in. I'm pretty sure that Maru could power bomb me if he wanted to. Now we have the Observer coming out here. The Stim is here, or I should say is coming. And it's going to be a passive game here.
Yeah, very passive.
Not surprising from Rain, and really not surprising from Cure, since Cure at this point is going to have to not miss a single beat. I mean, I feel like playing against Rain, in matches like this, it must feel like just racing someone in a marathon, and that person just being so fit. So much of StarCraft really is juggling different tasks, just macroing, just not missing pylons, getting every building out the very second you have to do it. Rain seems to do that absolutely perfectly, even when engagements are going on. He looks very much like some kind of supercomputer when he's playing.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing someone that has an answer for everything. So it's like, what do you do against someone who's going to be one step ahead of you every single step of the way? You just you kind of feel like you're suffocating. You have no sort of space to do any sort of damage like this. And I'm sure Rain is going to play that way again. Especially on this map.
This is, anybody who's played StarCraft at a high level has had that feeling where they just cannot keep up. This person is so good, they're engaging only when they know it's going to behoove them.
Look at that. He denied 2 scouts in just 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Has no idea what's going on.
That was like the Death Star defense is there. Basically, Rain's base is like the Death Star, but they put a metal plate over that hole where the X-Wings would shoot the missiles down. They're like, Rain looks at that, he's like, huh.
It's like, well, that looks like a vulnerable spot, I guess.
Not only does he block that hole off with a pylon, but he also has a sentry there, so in case the X-Wing shoots down the pylon, he then just force fields it.
Done.
It's done.
Easy.
Now look, these observers, look, just hurry up and make out already, 2 observers.
Well, one thing that Cure might have seen running that Marine up the ramp was that there was an observer flying by at the time, which maybe it gave him enough information to kind of put together, okay, you're not going for Blink all in, you're actually going for Robotech.
I thought you said Rorotech for a second.
Rorotech. God, I miss Roro.
Yeah, I do miss Ro-Ro.
He was a great player.
He was. What an ID, too, Ro-Ro.
I like that.
Now, we have the hallucinated Oracle coming around here, just doing some peeking. Cure, this is the kind of an organic moment for Terran to move out. It's not even like part of the build. It's just, well, I mean, when the medevacs are out, might as well move out on the map. So Rain will stay on the defense. I would not advise Cure to do a drop here.
No, Rain is way too set up at this point. Even a cannon at that pocket natural. He's going to try for it anyway.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, can he actually get between them? Nope.
No.
Pylon says hello. And he goes, hello, Pylon. Don't you think hallucination is a weird name for the skill or the ability? Coming from like a robotic unit?
Well, you know what's weird about it is that nobody's hallucinating anything. It's actually just kind of like a hologram of the unit or something.
Hologram
right?
would be a right term to use for a sentry doing it, right? Because a sentry is not even a Templar like it is in a...
No, hallucination implies something psychological or I guess it could hint at... It's a hallucination, you know? It's like, no, it's a
hologram.
It's a hologram or something like that.
I like that.
All right. I'm glad we're solving all the world's problems here.
David Kim, please. No doubt he's responsible for the names of the abilities.
There's no doubt he's responsible for everything that ever happened in StarCraft because that's how the world works. Now, we have the medevacs coming out here, and he's being careful. He's not dropping just yet. Looks like he's going to wait for an opening, and we're going to see possibly a 6 medevac drop here. And these are one of these drops where if you get Protoss out of position, a Nexus is probably going to die.
Yeah, it's definitely potential there. The third base is essentially unguarded. I don't think there's actually anything there waiting. It might be like a few units, but not enough for this kind of drop. Oh, very important. No? Needs to scan this guy. Gets him.
Yep, nice scan there. That's actually what you need to do. Sometimes it's actually better to just scan your medevacs than to scan the main.
Maru
oh my God!
A lot, right? He's gonna try for this. I mean, if he was Maru, he could do it. Are you Maru?
Oh man! Unloading on that army. The Colossus goes down. Second Colossus comes in here. Again, though, this was a drop that was not with Rain out of position, which is the real problem here. Widow Mines go down, and that was a loss there for Cure.
Fairly even supplies, and no work done on the third base. Look at that, 2 Colossus, 2 Sentries. If he had enough Marauders, he could just run in and kill that so easily.
Unfortunately, he does not have enough of that. Supply is locked right now. Both players totally even.
Oh my God, these pylons are just ruining everything.
Yeah, I mean, much more worth it, by the way, guys, to lose a pylon than to be surprised by a drop.
It's all about the observers and pylons. Like, Rain has been on top of every sort of aggression so far.
Rain does not like surprises. Do not throw this guy a surprise birthday party.
He would just walk out.
He would just walk out. No, he would have actually known because he had pylons all around his house on his birthday to know if his friends were sneaking in there to surprise him.
Yeah.
We have the medevacs. Is he going to go to the main? Maybe? Oh, Rain is like everywhere.
Hologram finds the medevacs.
Oh my God, yeah, he just sees everything.
Wow.
This is like Rain just uses his resources to essentially get map hacks.
Maybe he's one of those players that like played with map hack for the longest time. He's like, you know what, I can just play a normal game now.
Yeah. What's funny is there were people that map hacked for long enough they could basically play a normal game now. They pretty much had the movements down.
Exactly. He's going to try for something. There's actually a guy in Warcraft 3 who did that very thing and became a pro gamer.
Yeah, there's been some people that did that in Brood War especially, when map hacking was harder to trace.
Oh, yeah.
They'd map hacked so well they pretty much knew when everything was going to get done, when, where, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, a scan here. We have Cure moving back now. Oh my God.
Cure just going to get home, man.
Revenge of the Probe here.
Yeah. And
I mean, this is...
He's like running out of options. He's running out of ideas, I guess it is. He's like, well, I guess nothing works.
I'm sort of scratching my head here trying to figure out what Cure can do. Everything... Rain is made out of rubber, man. Rain is a trampoline, Protoss. I mean, the Cure just bounces right off this guy. I don't know what exactly Cure's doing wrong. I don't know if there's something Cure's doing wrong. It seems like Cure's playing a solid game. This has to be unbelievably frustrating for Cure.
Yeah,
this does explain why Rain was on top of the world, and kind of still is when it comes to Protoss.
He's like Luffy the monkey. Do you know One Piece?
No.
Oh, okay. He's pretty much like a rubber boy, Luffy.
What is Luffy the monkey from?
One Piece. You know the anime One Piece?
No.
Oh, it's a really big one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know it. I'm not actually up to date with my anime.
Yeah, I honestly don't watch it, but I do know the characters. I watched like a little bit of it. It's got like 400 or 500 episodes now, so I'm never doing that.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. One thing's for sure is if we were all anime characters, you would definitely be Jubei from Ninja Scroll. For sure, with your hair like that.
I'm actually okay with that.
I'm definitely Sailor Moon. And, oh no, he's gonna lose the Observer here. And the Observer goes down. Widowmine will not be hit there.
Oh. He selected the Zealot.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Well, it bought him a little bit of time.
Okay. He has to back up now. Scan here. I think Rain might be unstoppable here. But let's see. Let's see how the engagement goes. This is the most forward Rain's been in a series. Normally Rain is staying back and making Cure do the work.
Yeah, Cure is a supply lead. He's got 14 supply up in him. He's making ghosts.
Problem is there's 6 Colossi here.
Yeah, it's going to really come down to positioning more than anything else with these Vikings.
He wants to make sure. Okay, here we go. The SCV is being pulled. He needs to have the Colossi actually target the center of that ball here. Nice blink forward. The Colossi aren't being killed quickly enough. Well, now they are. My God. You Viking much, my friend?
Wow, he let that all go. Look at that 80 supply lead for Cure. He finds the money engagement. And those Stalkers weren't even focusing down the Vikings.
No. In fact, I think there were more Vikings than there were Stalkers in that engagement.
I think so.
There's a chance Cure just walks across the map and steamrolls his opponent.
Oh, still on
Jesus, Rain.
Wow.
Take it easy, man.
Well, he's still got a bit of a bank, Rain. You know, he can resupply a fair amount.
Sure, yeah, he absolutely can still.
But he's down 60
back.
supply. So, I don't know if that's going to be really enough. Going to lose that Colossus in just a second.
More warp ins here. A blink forward now. And the force fields are coming down here as well. And, whoa, actually, you can see the the Vikings go down and then go back up. This should be the killing blow, though. And this may be the beginning of a comeback here for Cure.
Just might be. Should be able to close this one out. GG.
GG.
We got
Cure.
a game on our hands.
And look at this sigh of relief, man.
He just needed that one win. Get his mindset right. It's like, oh, that's how I beat you.
That's how you break the curse sometimes. Sometimes you're playing against someone, they keep beating you. You just need to beat them once and say, wait a minute, he's human after all.
Yep. We've seen that a lot in like best of sevens and stuff. Like a player goes up 3 games, the other player finally gets a win, and he can even end up winning the whole thing if he gets some momentum behind him.
Here, tension is high here. Here is in a not easy spot. I think had Rain not made that attack, which I think for Rain standards was a bit brazen.
It was. It was. He should have really waited for at least the max. But besides that, wait for Storm, man.
Yeah,
wait for Storm.
There's no need to push out that soon. Well, that does it for Bonnie Research Station. I know our last map is merry-go-round. Are we on?
That's right,
Deadwing now?
Next.
Yeah, Deadwing. So it's still a game that Cure could possibly win. The question is, can Cure keep up this consistency, and will Rain make any mistakes like he did in that last game we just saw there?
Well, I guess that Maru's sort of advice did some work, really shook him up, got him ready for that game.
We're going to take a short break. When we return, we'll be closing out the final best of 5 here in this GSL Code A.